whenever you guys are ready to get started, we get started. Okay. Kristen here from popculturemadness.com, and I am here with Caroline and Liar. Can you guys please introduce yourselves to our site visitors?
I'm Johan.
I'm Chad. Pleasure to meet you.
Great. And, to start off, how are you guys enjoying the tour with Kelly Clarkson and the Fray so far?
It's been pretty awesome. These guys are really, really nice people. We all got these kind of tour stories and stuff before of playing with other people, and, sometimes it can be a little funky. There's always an attitude somewhere, but everybody has been extremely cool, even down to, like, the whatever member of janitorial staff. Everybody has just been, like, the most mellow, coolest people on tour everywhere. I've never seen anything like this where people are, sounds like it's very hippie talk, I know, but it's true. Yeah.
And we need that.
Yeah, we needed it badly.
That's awesome. So is there been any highlights so far? Anything stand out?
Yeah, there's been a couple good highlights. The water slide.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
I guess everything started with the Fray. They brought this little inflatable pool for like maybe 4 people.
Yeah.
Can fit in there. And then 2 days later, of course, Kelly broke that record with how tall was it?
Water slide.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. Right behind the buses.
It's true.
So now it's our turn.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can do to break that. Like, I don't know.
Human bowling.
Maybe.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
Mud wrestling could be fun.
We kind of was responsible for that driving range we out in the lake the other day.
Yeah,
That was my golf clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a start.
It's a really bad thing, like it's hard to.
Hard to talk about.
Yeah, it really is.
They're on a different wavelength than we are.
Maybe you have a suggestion what we can do.
That's tough. And you said how tall was the water slide?
Tall.
Yeah.
And you had to climb it with a ladder, like a rope ladder. It wasn't like some kid thing.
It was a good 4-second ride.
Yeah, it was enough where you could feel your stomach falling out whenever you went down.
Oh my goodness.
That was great.
Well, yeah, the sumo wrestling thing in the suits is not a bad idea.
bad.
Maybe a big pool filled with jello, pudding wrestling, something like that.
Now that sounds like something worth taking some pictures over.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. It's definitely adventurous,
It might be a
right?
money issue too.
Money is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the milk that's gonna cost some money. We're just mixing
Jello,
water.
what's that, like 50 cents a box?
Maybe we can put that on a rider.
Yeah, totally. Just keep collecting it until the end of the tour. Nobody understands why we're getting Jello the whole time we're here. That's great.
Yeah.
We thought about doing done that before.
That's like a dual purpose right there.
Yeah, we
so.
did it before. We did we made absinthe Jello shots at a party, and as everybody came in the door, they all had to do a shot of. Well, they just thought it was a traditional, like vodka shot, Jello shot, but it was absinthe, and that just kind of changed things altogether fast.
So does it really make you hallucinate?
Some people.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
like.
really.
Just so I can be curious.
I don't know what was going on in their heads, but.
Yeah, you can.
I think we should leave it there. Next question.
So you guys are still obviously touring behind Wild Blessed Freedom.
Yeah.
And how happy are you for the way that the album's performed so far? I mean, obviously it's been a big hit with fans.
Yeah, it's it's surviving, which is really kind of it's a crazy thing because you're coming off of a major label, and when you're coming off of something that big, your standard level, what you're told to think what success is a totally different thing than what it is when you're indie. I mean, you sell 100,000 records on a major, that's you like $10,000 in your pocket, but you sell 10,000 records as an indie, that's enough to live off of for almost an entire year. It's a totally different world. So now looking back and the fact that we got on a tour like this as an independent band, without the support of a major label in any way, this was just a massive accomplishment for that little record. Like, that was one of those things where it still survived, and it's still kind of growing and catching some kind of more attention now because these crowds are so big. It's, between 4,000 to 18,000 people a night in some of these places that we're playing. So it's really giving that little record a chance to get some visibility.
So would you say that you have a lot more creative freedom, with
Oh,
this being
yeah.
put out,
Yeah.
by your, would you recommend that to up and coming bands?
Yeah.
Like, to kind of go that route
I
and
would.
worry a little less about the major label
You know,
thing?
the most important thing I would say, if there's any like startup band that's checking this out, would be just do the work. Don't worry about the major labels or anything like that. Just see what you want to accomplish. See like where you want to be. If you want to be a touring band that's surviving solely on playing shows, then work towards that. See what your goal is and make that happen. Don't get caught up in that whole world, because that will really mess your head up. It takes a while to get out of that way of thinking and stay in what you do well. I mean, if you were like one of those kind of, there's always got to be a business side to it. But if you are a creative person, like that's your thing, stay with being creative. Find somebody who is smarter than you in the business world, somebody that you can trust, a good manager and that kind of thing, that can see your ideas and help you put them in the right way. Don't worry about the major or the minor label, whatever. Just do your work, do something artistic and get it out, let it live. That's the most important thing.
Gives you so much more options when you're independent too. You can pretty much control yourself, but at the same time you can't really deny the power of a big major label with like all their radio connections and stuff like that you have to now like really do it yourself, which is tough. But other than that, it's freedom.
Wow, bless freedom. Yeah.
That's what it is.
So, how much, since 2008 was when your debut was, how much of a whirlwind was it being caught up in all that? There was placements in TV shows, and I mean, you guys were in a TV show.
It's crazy. I mean, it still is. To this day, we're still getting placements that we don't know about.
Really?
Yeah. There was this new Disney movie about a kid that was, I guess, decided the parents wrote down on a list what the kid was going to be, and they planted it in the garden, and the kid popped up.
The Timothy Green.
Yeah,
Okay,
that movie
yeah.
we had no idea that was a song for the trailer. And one day somebody gave us a Twitter, hey, we just saw your Show Me again, and the trailer, and it was like, what are you talking about?
So they don't have to tell you that?
No, not now. Not with that. Not with
okay.
that record. With everything, because that's a property of Atlantic,
Okay,
so they can
alright.
clear that. So that is a crazy whirlwind, though, because you'll be still now. It's like it's so strange, 'cause nothing has really changed in the sense that we're all still the same people. But then you're just kind of walking by or you're somewhere, and all of a sudden there's your song in the airport, or there you are singing back to yourself, and that never becomes normal, and it shouldn't. I don't think. If it does, then you totally like got caught up and just think you belong there,
So what was it like for you the first time that you did hear your music on TV? Was it kind of like a surreal moment for either one of you?
The whole thing is surreal. I know I was in. I had just come back from a promo tour the first time I'd heard it on the radio. I was with a girlfriend at the time. We were in a record store, not a record store, just some store in Silver Lake in California. And I heard somebody driving by, and they were just jamming I'm Not Over. I mean, it was so loud. I mean, they were playing it as loud as, like, they wrote the song. It was like, it was one of those kind of things where they were giving their stereo a check. And I come running out of the store. I mean, I was just busting ass to get to my car and get in there and figure out what radio station it was that was actually playing the song. And sure enough, that was K-Rock at the time. And that still, and I was remembering, it's like, oh, I'll probably be cool when that happens, if it gets to happen. No, there's nothing cool about that at all. It was such a like screaming little girl.
Come out, that's me. How about you?
No, but you said it. You can't. I just know, like, the first time I heard my song in a commercial, that was actually before Carolina Liar,
Yeah.
but I did a song for a commercial back in the days. And I remember I was watching TV and I saw that song, and I didn't know what to do. Like Chad said, like, you think you can handle it, but no, not at all. And I kind of like got so much adrenaline, so like my back started hurting. Like, oh, this is cool. Had to take a shower and then like, woo, I'm out there. No, but it's really cool, and it never gets normal. It's the same thing like you driving your car and it comes on like.
It is.
And it sounds different because you don't really listen to your own music.
Yeah.
So when you hear it on the radio, I'm not that cool yet, so I have like changed channel or whatever. I'm listening to the whole song and like, yeah, that's cool.
Well, I'm sure it gives you a different take on it too. I mean, when you're in the studio and you're putting everything together, I'm sure everything kind of starts to blend together, and then then you hear it, and this is the end process of everything.
Yeah.
So
you kind of hear it like
it's
the
like a
rest of the world.
culmination, I guess.
Yeah.
So how was, I mean, you've worked with Max Martin twice now, right,
Yeah.
on both records. So would you plan to work with him again? How is he as a producer?
Yeah, he's a great producer. He's one of those people that will bring out, I mean, he does what a producer does well, you know. That's the reason why he is who he is. He makes you a better performer and a better artist. Like, he pulls things out of you that you don't know that you have, or you don't know what's in a song. Like, he can really be unbiased and look at it and just be like, well, check it out. If you just do this, this is better. This will make it better. This is what you're trying to say in the beginning. So he has that ability, and we're slated to work on one more record, depending on how much longer we're going to work Wild Bless Freedom. We may stay with this for a little while longer, or put out an EP after we're done with this tour. So we're waiting to see kind of the next month what we're going to get into.
So I'm guessing you guys have some new material
We got
put
lots.
together.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff available there. I'd love to just put out. There's some really weird stuff that's really artsy, and then there's some, you know, straight ahead kind of what we thought would be radio songs that are there too. So it'd be fun to see what would happen with some of these songs, if they would connect or not.
So that's cool. I mean, on the experimental side of things, is there anything in particular that you would like to experiment with in the studio, or something that might be outside the norm for you guys?
You know, we do so much experimenting in the studio as it is now. Like, I mean, we'll do banjo tracks and pedal steel.
We do pretty much everything.
Oh, wow.
Everything,
It would be cool to create something, maybe not necessarily on the Carolina Lyre, but
Something
same
big.
crew, same people, everything, but just do something completely different.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we're doing in the studio. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that'd be
so we
really,
have material
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. It'd be like a B-sides and rarities kind of thing. So.
That would be just awesome.
So if you guys were not pursuing music right now, what do you think that you'd be doing instead?
I don't know, you know, to tell you the truth. I might be, I always wanted to do like some Habitat for Humanity or something like that. I thought that would be pretty a good thing. They ready for us to load up?
Yeah.
I thought that'd be kind of a good gig. I mean, I was doing remodeling hotels and cleaning places before, working in radio, but I don't know. I'd always want to do something big. Or maybe architecture could be fun. Or archaeologist.
It's your call.
Treasure hunter.
Treasure hunter.
Treasure hunters. Well, I want to thank you guys very much for taking a few minutes out to speak with me. As you know, after this tour, is there anything that on the horizon for the rest of this year? Where can we keep up to date? And
I guess the best thing is just check the Twitter page and our Facebook and website. It's all Carolina Lyre. But we'll know probably, I think, in the next 2 weeks or so, we're going to make some decisions on what we're going to do. Maybe we'll put that Christmas song out that we've been working on for the last 3 years.
An EP would be fun.
An EP would be wonderful.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
nice.
An EP for Christmas. That's what we should call it. There it is.
There,
We
see, we
figured it
just
out.
tackled
There
it.
it is.
Talking about traditions again, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Hey,
guys
thank you
very
so
much.
much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.